Hi friends, happy Monday. We're going to talk about time management today. How do you do with time management? For me, I realize it's less of an issue of time management and more of an issue of self-management. How do I do it managing myself? I went to school, through grade school, got my bachelor's, got my master's, went right into the workplace. And so I'm just now realizing that my whole life I've kind of had organization and structure built in to manage myself in time. And now that I'm trying to go off and kind of do this workshop thing, I need to learn how to manage myself better because there aren't those structures. There aren't tangible deadlines. There isn't a boss breathing down my neck. So that's why self-management is important for me. And I realized that, well, okay, let me tell you a story. So a few weeks ago, as I was doing a live workshop, so it was a workshop with actual deadline, right? I was finishing up the handouts and I stayed up pretty late doing it. And my friend was like, "How late did you stay up?" And I was like, 2 a.m. But I wasn't upset about it. Like, I was exhilarated and excited. Like, I was doing something that made me come alive and tangibly was helping other people in this one area. And I realized, like, dang, when's the last time I stayed up till 2 a.m. working on a personal project? Never, really. In grad school, I stayed up all the time working so hard and pouring my life and soul into these long, long papers, which I'm sure helped me. But, I'm sure the professor spent 10 minutes grading it, and then it's like I was performing really well and really high because of those systems and structures, really. There was a deadline that I realized in my own personal life, I didn't have that structure or system in place until I accidentally created one, which was a deadline for that workshop. And so I think in our personal life, we can get bogged down by procrastination, by perfectionism, when we don't have those structures in place. So I want to work to help people put those systems in their life so that they can accomplish their dreams and even honestly figure out what their dreams are. I'm just now kind of figuring out what I want to do, and I don't know exactly yet, but I found that action produces clarity. So don't wait until you have a clear goal to start self-managing and working on yourself. And it can be as small as having a goal on getting physically healthier. That's a personal goal, or being more present with your kids if you're a mom. But those are the things in our own life that we don't naturally have a boss or feedback for that we need to learn how to self-manage better. So yeah, some of those other things I think I just kind of jotted down some things that we have in natural structures in the workplace that we don't have on our own, and that's team, clear boundaries, clear work day. So these are things that I've honestly started implementing in my personal life for self-management that I hadn't before, but figuring out, okay, what hours am I going to work on this? And even if you don't know what you're going to work on what you're figuring out what you're going to work on. Figuring out what times of the day are you most efficient and effective, and taking those chunks and ridding them of distractions, like letting yourself know, I'm not going to answer to my family, I'm not going to be on social media. So putting those same work parameters around your personal life, it's so interesting, but you guys, it's really been changing the way that I've been able to get clarity around my dreams. So this is stuff, if you want to join me as I'm figuring out this stuff, you can join my email list. And also, if you join, you'll get a free handout on how to say no, little scripts and rationale behind why you say no, which is so important because if we need to say no to most things so we can say yes to the things in our life that are the most important. And that's basically time management, right? There's no time to manage if you don't know how to say no. So again, if you want to join me on this, my website is livegirllead.com. Feel free to join along, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this concept of self-management. And I'm sure that you business owners out there have this mastered, so feel free to let me know what your best self-management tips are, and I will see you next time.